Hey, what's up, friends? Calvin here, and I just want to invite you to join me on a journey I'm about to partake in. By far, the biggest, scariest, hardest thing that I'm about to ever encounter in my life. I just want to give you a quick rundown of what that is, why I'm doing it, and a quick inside look of what it's going to take. So, in short, I've got this big, crazy idea to hike a whole bunch of mountains. And really, it's called the 14ers Project, which means I'm going to be hiking every mountain above 14,000 feet. I'll be hiking them. There are 75 mountains. I'm going to try to do it in 75 days. So, 14ers Project, 75 mountains, 75 days. I'm doing this. What that means every day, anywhere from hiking from 10 miles to a marathon of 26 miles. Throughout this entire journey across 3 states over those 75 days, I'll be gaining the elevation going up and down mountains equivalent to equivalent to climbing Mount Everest 7 times. 7 times of elevation gain. There's going to be a lot of up and down on this journey across 75 days. My goal is to just kind of do it for myself, to push myself. I've got this big crazy idea to see what I'm made of, and to get in the outdoors a little bit. And this whole journey, the whole plan is it's an open invitation to invite for people to join me. If you wish to come out and hike your own very first mountain ever, or perhaps you want to hike all the mountains with me, you can get details at 14ersproject.com/join. An inside look at this project beyond just hiking 75 mountains. My goal is to make a film project about it. So what this looks like, basically we got a whole bunch of gear here. We've got a solar panel, bunch of Amazon stuff here. We've got this solar thing so I can charge batteries out in the field. I've got a fancy drone here. We got GoPros. We're going to have other cameras, like all these essentials, but power is a big thing I'm going to need in the field. So plan is giant solar panel, charging in this little box, slap it inside my car. Which, let me take you outside real quick. So 75 days, 75 mountains, we're gonna need somewhere to sleep. So, went out, got a new car, a sexy Prius, and that's gonna allow me cheap gas mileage. Hello. But really, I'm gonna be moving into a car for roughly 75 days. That's gonna be my new home. I'm gonna be sleeping inside this thing. It's gonna allow me to get out of the elements. I don't have to set up camp every night. I can set up a nice little bed inside here. I'll be able to sleep really good, be comfortable. The cool thing about the Prius is it's a hybrid, so it has the environment. You can run off the battery all night long, so I could set it to like 70 degrees, and through the car battery, the big electric battery, the AC will run, the heater will run. So really, I'm going to be sleeping in comfort, baby, just like as if I was at home, but I'm going to be out in those scenic, gorgeous views of mountains. This will also hopefully be a bit more comfortable than sleeping on the ground on a sleeping pad every night. Rest is going to be key for me getting this thing done. I mean, every day I'm going to be hiking from, 8 to 10 to 26 miles, elevation gains from anywhere to 7 to 7,000 feet in a day. So, days may be 8 hours, they might be 16 hours long. It's going to be very exhausting. So good sleep is important for this. I'm going to be living in here, man. And ladies, everyone, with this nice little hatchback thing, we got space. I'll be able to sit here throughout the day, upload photos, videos, have a beer or something, I don't know, kind of chillax. But yeah, some people think I'm super crazy. I kind of think I'm crazy. I love sharing this idea as I've been telling people. 14ers Project, 75 mountains in 75 days. People can't even comprehend it. I honestly can't really comprehend it. I'm just gonna take it one day at a time, one mountain at a time. All you gotta do is worry about that one mountain. Later in the project, like when I get to California, there's some scary ass mountains that I've never been experienced with or exposed to, like crazy death-defying cliffs and stuff, like super dangerous things. And I'm sitting there on my computer researching this stuff and getting like the shakes and sweaty palms, and it's frightening, but that's not going to do me any good right now. I just need to worry about those mountains the next day or two. And that means every mountain I do from day 1 to day 75, every single mountain I climb, it's just going to prepare me for that next mountain. So throughout this whole experience, I'm going to get more experience that's going to prepare me for those gnarlier, a bit scarier mountains. Not every mountain's super scary, death-defying. Some it's just a nice long walk to the top. Won't even have to use my hands at all. That would be probably 70% of them. But then there's these other ones where got to strap on crampons, which mean like spikes on your shoes for the snow. Get some ice axes out. We'll be doing that in Washington, that famous mountain behind Seattle. But yeah, I invite you to join me. If you come, it's gonna help out. But enjoy the great outdoors. We only live once. Crazy sense of adventure. Maybe if you're lucky, I'll allow you to snuggle in this Prius with me. Let me right now quickly share one of the bigger reasons. Like, I've been pondering this big crazy idea for 2 to 3 years, and finally it's that whole idea you just gotta fucking do it. Just do it. And here's why. Let me show you something real quick. Okay, this piece of paper right here is ultimately what helped me make this decision to take on this crazy journey. This piece of paper shows 90 years of a human life, and let's be honest, it's more like 80 years is the average life expectancy of an individual. But each row is a decade, and I was looking at this, and I'm in my 29th year of existence, coming up on 30 years in October, and I was looking at this chart, and the red circles there, about to be 30, so what, those red circles, age 33, 4, 5, 6, I got thinking, perhaps I'll be settling down around then, I'll have a family, have more responsibilities, and that means my window to do such a crazy adventure, which I've had in my head for a few years, one that I know that's going to really freaking challenge me. It's going to be a great life experience. It's going to grow me as a person, make me much more. It's going to expand me. I had a small window to do this because I only can do this in the summer. So I basically had 4 summers or so, whatever it is, looking at this. And I thought, wow, look at this chart, 80, 90 years, which doesn't seem like much. And here's the thing. These bubbles, they're not guaranteed, so I don't know that I'm going to get 80 years. I don't want to get morbid, but maybe this trip could be the death of me, and I might only get 29 years. I hope that's not the case, but thinking of this, we all have dreams, aspirations, things we want to do, and it's easy to say someday, 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 and before you know it, you've been saying someday for a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, and your dreams are slipping by, ambitions, opportunities. And before you know it, you could not live a life that's completely true to yourself, is spiritually fulfilling, all that stuff. So I saw this chart. I'd been mulling over this idea for a couple years. I printed this chart out, filled out my own little bubbles, and I thought, fuck. If not now, then when? And I'm doing it now. So you can join me on the trip. Again, last plea, follow along otherwise. My whole plan is to update via the beautiful social webs, Instagram, videos, to show people an insight into this journey, what it takes to hike, climb 75 mountains, but also hopefully to inspire and encourage people just to get outside, get active, get up from their desks. So you can join the 14ers Project. Follow me along as I hike 75 mountains in 75 days. Head over to 14ersproject.com/join if you want to come join me on a hike or so. Open invitation. What else? So the last thing to make this project happen, here's my beautiful office space. It's been my home basically for the last 5 years for work and great creative endeavors. And in order to do other great adventures, sometimes it takes sacrifice. So sadly, I've been here for 5 years. I'm packing this thing up. Packing it up, pushing it into a basement at my current place where I'm living with my buddy Darson's. I don't know the plan when I get back. I really don't. I'm going to work on the film project, some client stuff, but it takes sacrifice. I have a lot of emotional attachment. It's scary, but I'm letting go of this to open up my world to allow other things to come into it. So thank you for staying with this super long video. I hope it's inspired you to maybe go sleep in your car, come hike a mountain, hopefully to go over your own life, how many years you have left or what it might look like, and to chase some dreams, aspirations, those things. You'll be seeing more of me as I share this journey. Super excited. Heading out on this Saturday is the plan. Once I get all the stuff packed up, get the car all prepped, all those things. But yeah, shoot me a message. Go to the website. Follow along, 14ersproject.com. Adios.